Imagine the last thing you see is a normal afternoon. The gold of the sun hitting your skin, the mundane noise of traffic, and the comfort of a world that has always known its place. You don't know it yet, but 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago, the heart of our solar system stopped beating. The sun didn't just die, it vanished, deleted from the fabric of reality. For those final 8 minutes, you live in a ghost world where the light reaching your eyes is a lie, a relic of a star that no longer exists. You continue to breathe, to smile, and to plan for tomorrow, entirely unaware that the anchor of our world has been cut and you are now a passenger on a planet that is already a corpse drifting into a void that has no bottom. At exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds after the disappearance, the sky doesn't just turn dark, it turns hollow. It's not the purple blue of a summer evening, but a suffocating, absolute blackness, the kind of dark that feels heavy against your eyelids. But darkness is a mercy compared to the physical reality of what follows. Gravity, according to the laws of general relativity, travels at the speed of light. At the same moment, the sky goes black. The invisible leash that held Earth in its cosmic cradle snaps. We are no longer orbiting. We are no longer protected. Earth becomes a rogue planet, a 4 billion rolled rock shot like a bullet into the interstellar abyss at 30 kilometers per second. We aren't just losing our light, we are losing our home, being exiled into the deep freeze of the galaxy toward a destiny of absolute zero. Within the first hour, the psychological collapse begins as the moon, our silent companion, vanishes from the sky because there is no sun to reflect. The world's power grids groan under the sudden violent demand as every heater, every light bulb, and every industrial furnace is pushed to its breaking point. By the end of the first 24 hours, the global average temperature drops from 15 degrees Celsius to nearly zero. It sounds manageable, like a cold winter day, but this is a winter with no spring. The plants, the silent engines of our atmosphere, have already begun to fail as photosynthesis stops immediately. The grass beneath your feet is technically still alive, but its soul is gone. It has stopped producing oxygen, and it has stopped feeding, meaning the food chain hasn't just been broken, it has been ground into dust. 1 week into the eternal night, the temperature hits minus 17 degrees Celsius and the silence becomes the most terrifying part of the ordeal. The birds have fallen from the sky, their small hearts unable to withstand the rapid cooling, and most land animals are already dead or dying, huddled together in a futile attempt to share the last remnants of metabolic warmth. Humans have retreated, crawling back into the earth like the scavengers we once were, leaving cities as ghost towns of frozen steel and shattered glass. Those who survive are only those near geothermal vents or those with access to deep nuclear bunkers. But even there, the air is growing heavy and thin. The oceans are beginning to change as the surface of the water starts to crust over with a layer of ice that releases a haunting metallic groaning sound, a planet-wide scream of a world being locked in a cage of frost. After 30 days of total darkness, the temperature is plummeting toward minus 40 degrees and the surface of the Earth is officially a graveyard. Forests are now brittle, frozen sculptures that shatter like glass in the wind, and the vast majority of life on the surface has been extinguished. Only the deep-sea organisms, clustered around volcanic vents in the Mariana Trench, remain blissfully unaware of the apocalypse occurring miles above them. For them, the sun was always a myth, but for us, the air itself is becoming a threat. As the planet cools further, the water vapor is gone, frozen out of the air, and soon the carbon dioxide will begin to snow down as dry ice. The sky, once a vibrant blue, is now a thin, transparent veil through which the stars glare down with a cold, mocking brilliance, offering no heat and no hope to the survivors below. 1 year without the sun transforms the Earth into a rogue ball of ice drifting through a lightless desert. The surface temperature has stabilized at minus 100 degrees Celsius, and it continues to drop toward the terrifying threshold of minus 200. The atmosphere has effectively collapsed. The oxygen and nitrogen we once fought wars over are now a liquid, then a solid, coating the frozen oceans in a thin, toxic frost. Humanity is reduced to a few thousand souls buried miles beneath the crust, huddling around the decaying warmth of the planet's radioactive core. Life has become a grim mathematical calculation of calories and watts where there is no art, no music, and no future. We are living in a tomb, waiting for the power to fail, and for the silence to become permanent. The sun was never just a star. It was our warden, our god, and our life support system. We spent millennia taking its warmth for granted, never realizing that we were only ever 8 minutes away from total annihilation. The universe is not cruel, because cruelty requires intent. The universe is simply indifferent. It does not care if the Earth is a garden or a grave. As our planet continues its lonely journey into the dark, passing the orbits of the outer planets, we become a cosmic curiosity, a frozen time capsule of a species that thought it had forever. In the end, we don't go out with a bang or a flash of glory. We fade, we freeze, and we vanish into the dark, leaving behind a silent, ice-covered rock that used to be called home. The reality of such an event is almost too vast to comprehend because every empire ever built and every memory ever cherished was predicated on the continued nuclear fusion of a single star. Without it, the vanity of human achievement is laid bare and we are revealed as nothing more than biological sparks in a dark room that has just run out of oxygen. The infrastructure of our civilization, the skyscrapers, the internet, the satellites becomes nothing more than frozen monuments to a dead era. Imagine the absolute airless hush of a dead metropolis where the only sound is the cracking of building foundations as the concrete shrinks under the extreme cold of deep space. As we drift further into the interstellar void, we might pass other stars, but they are light years away and we are no longer in an orbit. We are a stray object in a shooting gallery with a high probability that, over millions of years, the Earth would eventually be captured by another star or collide with a celestial body. By then, our atmosphere would be a layer of frozen gas several meters thick, protecting the ruins of our world like plastic wrap on a discarded meal. The oceans would be frozen solid all the way to the floor, except perhaps for small pockets of liquid water near the core where some form of microbial life might endure for eons as a tiny spark of biological defiance in a dead solar system. This is the fragility of the cosmic balance and a reminder that we live on a knife-edged edge. Our existence is a brief fluke of physics and chemistry, a lucky break in an infinite stretch of hostile vacuum. The eternal night is a reminder that the light is the exception and the darkness is the rule. We find comfort in the rising sun every morning, but that comfort is a fragile habit that could be snuffed out by a passing gravitational anomaly or a cosmic shift we cannot yet measure. We are the inhabitants of a fragile bubble, and the needle of the universe is always nearby, ready to pop our reality. Think of the billions of souls who would experience those final hours of confusion, and the frantic realizations as the networks began to fail. There would be no hero to save us and no scientific breakthrough to restart the heart of the solar system. We would be forced to watch our world die, 1 degree at a time, knowing that the entire history of life on Earth was coming to an end. It is a lonely way to die, not as a victim of a war, but as a victim of a universe that simply moved on without us. In the final stages, the very atoms of our world would begin to slow down as entropy claims every street corner and every ocean trench. The Earth would become a dark, silent nomad, a ghost ship sailing through the sea of stars. If an alien civilization were to find us millions of years from now, they would find a planet of ice and shadows, a museum of a civilization that bloomed for a brief second in the sun and then withered in the cold. They would see our cities preserved in the vacuum, and they might wonder who we were and why we did see the end coming. But for now, the sun is still there, providing the energy for every breath you take and every thought you have. We are, quite literally, made of stardust and powered by Starfire, and to lose that connection is to lose our identity. The eternal night is not just a scenario of physical destruction. It is the ultimate existential crisis that strips away the distractions of our daily lives. It leaves us with the bare truth. We are small, we are temporary, and we are entirely dependent on forces we cannot control. As the light fades today, look up with a new understanding of what that light represents. It is the only thing standing between us and the absolute, unforgiving silence of the abyss. The sun is our anchor, our furnace, and our clock, and when that clock stops, the silence will be eternal. The darkness isn't just coming, it's already there, waiting at the edge of our atmosphere, held back by a thin layer of gas and the constant thrumming energy of our star. Stay curious, but stay terrified, because in a vast, hungry void, the darkness is waiting and it has all the time in the world. Our story is written in light, but it ends in the cold, a final chapter of ice and shadow that no one will ever read. Until the lights go out, look at the sky and realize how lucky we are to have one more day before the long night begins.